morning, everybody. Sorry, I kind of jumped the gun and started jamming today. I just want to see what key I'm in. We're in D. So all I did was create just a real simple kick and snare combo. Oh man, I gotta clean up this whole area. It's real crackly. So it looks like we're in the key of D. Looks like I can just sweep through. This is just the typical analog oscillator on flats where you can sweep through, you know, sine, square, and saw. Hey, bunch. Salutations. Although it sounds like we're kind of in a different key now. See what happens when you don't fully understand all that's going on, you know, with all of these patch points. I mean, it's fun for experimentation for sure, but it's hard to like key in on a very specific thing. But that's, I think, at least for me, the point of modular. Let's try a different algorithm. Let's see. Alright, so today, when I woke up, I looked out the window. And, you know, in the mornings, how sometimes the sky is just that real pale blue. So that's today's inspiration. So you're looking up at a pale blue sky. So let's try to find a drone that'll fit that mood. I'm thinking we might just have to go with our favorite one, this chord. An A. Okay, let's turn this off and focus in. That sounds like birds. Okay, well, let's just start recording this drone and see what comes of it. Maybe this ends up being less of a drone and more of like a sound effect for morning birds. Okay, here we go. It's this timbre knob on Platts right here. That's, hey, Dylan Vicio, buenos dias. All right, this is our drone right here. And I'm just gonna play it by messing with the harmonics of this chord structure. It almost sounds like distant bagpipes or something. So what started off as like bird sounds is now a little bit drony and bagpipey. And I hope we're still in A. I might have to tune this a bit. All right, and I'm gonna fade this out. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, and we get, just looking at the waveform, right? You can tell that it really ramps up around here. So we might have to split this up a little bit, but I think it's okay. Maybe what we'll do, just so we can keep the rhythm, I'm going to keep an original copy of it here. Then I'm just going to split this one out from, you know, I'm thinking this could be kind of, could start here. And then just fade out like that. And then we can at least take some of these bird sounds from here. And maybe keep these on little separate tracks. Let's just see how that sounds. Oh, that's kind of... So we got this one, and then we got our really highs, bird type sounds here. And what we'll do is we'll treat this as a group. So I'm going to group those tracks, and then let's add some reverb and echo. We can actually put in a micro pitch. And also, let's just go crazy with this one. And shimmer verb. So we're gonna have a micro pitch, crystals, and a shimmer verb. I'm gonna just play it, and then we could play around with these. With these effects. Let's see. I'm gonna just go through some presets real quick. Maybe some reverse delays. This might get a little nuts. You know what? This is way too much. I'm gonna keep the... I'll keep the shimmer verb, and I'm just gonna add a... I think I got a little too crazy with that. Let's add, I mean, we should experiment actually, right? But I'm just used to having a nice Echo Boy, because I know how to tame Echo Boy Jr. But, I have a little bit more difficulties with just knowing all of the Eventide stuff. Although I need to learn it, so maybe now is a good time to experiment. Let's go ahead and add that crystal back then. Yeah, this adds... You see, this adds a little bit. I want to add more, an octave down. And you hear the nice shimmer at the end. All right. Okay, don't want to spend too much time on just the single note drone. I think we're in A. Let's try a scale. Let's try Hungarian minor. Yesterday we were in Byrov. I'm really digging these scales that I'm not really familiar with. Something like that. Something like that. fingers got tired there. Let's just loop this part here. Let's see how my timing was. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this to 8 bars. And I'm thinking like that. Let's just record this in. Let me do a little sound design on this. Okay, there we go. Record this on track 4, color coded. You see, the way I organize this is I've got my MIDI track on B1 that's sending out to the Pro 1, and then I've got same color here, this dark blue, track 4, listening to that track, so I can just record that. Here we go. We're just evolving this using the filter. You can just kind of get lost just even tweaking the filter. Okay, that's what we'll do. I'm just gonna let's see how. I think we're good right here. There we go. Let's keep that nice and dry. I don't think I'll add any effects to this one.
How about we bring in a VST to bring in some sparkle. I'm thinking about let's get a little Blade Runner. It's 80. What do you think about that? I like this. It's called Forest Fight. I didn't do any tweaks to it. Mainly because I don't know how to program a CS80. But I'm kind of liking this lead. It's very toy-like. It does have that quality because there are some notes that are just almost it's like you mishit it. Like that. Yeah, that one is like, it's almost like the machine is broken, which is great. I think it's these lower notes that kind of give it that broken quality. Maybe it has to do with the velocity.
Oh, interesting. You know what it is? This is an arpeggiated pattern, and I'm wondering if we bring this up an octave. This low A won't really sound the way I want it to, because I want it to just be boom. But that's okay. Let's record this in. It's 25 bars. Let's make it 24. Okay. Oh, look, the waveforms are different, so every time you make a path like this, it's like but it's actually, every time I guess it is make a pass. Every time I do a pass on these instruments, it really does act like a real hardware synth, and that you're not going to get the same exact thing every time. So, well, we got 45 bars, and we missed out on that last little riff, but I think we're okay with that. So let's listen to what we have here, and then and I'm gonna add some effects to this. Crush station. Let's crush it. We don't want too much in there, but we do want some, I think I want some drive in there. Just a little. A little bit of chorusing. Maybe at the very... Oh.
I don't know, it already sounds kind of lo-fi, so... About undulator. Yeah, a little bit of... This adds width and a little bit of a delay. I'm gonna write down the name of this CS80 patch because I'm gonna use it again. This is called Forest Flight. Forest Flight lead. Because this is not what I was imagining when I was going to use this CS80. So let's... I'm looking for maybe a nice pad. Something like that. That's what we're gonna do. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on one second. I'm gonna play this and actually maybe even refill my coffee. I'll be right back. I have my mic on. Funny enough, I'm getting a call from Detroit Modular, and I didn't get coffee. Hold on a second. Maybe, hopefully this mic can still extend out to where I... So, what do you guys think about this? I'm gonna quantize this at like
by eighth notes. And actually, no, why don't we by quarter notes? Because these are like strings. Let's see. And okay, maybe not my favorite, but let's record it in and we can see if we could bring it in every so often. Meanwhile, let's play around with I don't know. I really like that CR78. What do they call it? It's like a little cowbell. That little ding. And I don't even mind this string part anymore. I'm gonna just end it right there. What else? Let's bring a little arpeggio in the Prophet 6. Don't worry, DLMDCO, we're gonna bring in also a, maybe some acid. What do you think? You know what I think we're gonna do? I think maybe this is what I want to do. I'm gonna simply take my bass line, stretch these out, and let this arpeggio play.
see how this sounds. I'm kind of liking this. It sounds like guitar plucks. And it's going to just go with our bass line. All right, let's record that in, and then we can experiment with something in the higher register as well. That ring out. Let's see how that sounds as a loop. Okay, now let's play with something in the higher register. We won't even use that same clip, but let's see if we can use the same patch. Okay, and there we go. We've got our little loop. And I'm thinking this last one goes down over here at 32, and we just close it out. 32 bars. Let's record as is. Oh, I'm gonna quantize this at 16th notes. So just not too much going on in that shifting. Let's try this. While this is recording, I'm going to put in the chat tonight's Ableton user group meeting that I'll be helping co-host.
we've got a couple different parts we can use. We will forego the Moog today, so I'll bring that over there. And why not? Let's bring in acid. I'm going to bring in that Alex Kidd again. The Alex Kidd sequencer is one of my favorite Max for Live devices. The Press for Acid Advanced, because they've got this great feature, and they actually have it on the TT303, where you can have the machine learn the notes in your scale, and you can, so since I'm not familiar with this Hungarian minor on a regular keyboard, or even looking at it on a piano roll, well, although you can do that within the clip, you can restrict the scale on an Ableton Live clip. But sometimes it's easier to just play it on a push that's already quantized for you. So let's see. I'm going to have it learn these notes right here. Let's see. Oh, I'm not even plugged in. That's why. See how this sounds. We're gonna just randomize all of these. Okay, that's not really what I'm looking for. Oh, you know what's happening? It's because I didn't turn that one off. How about this? That's what we'll do. We'll restrict it to just a couple of notes in scale. Okay, let's do that. And I'm just gonna record this as is. We're on the saw wave. And hopefully my levels are okay. I think the this acid is just gonna add texture. Like squelchy texture. And I'm just playing around with the transpose up and down, adding some slide and accents when I feel like it. That's the nice thing about this, the TT303, if you compare it to the TD3. Although, I'm dying to get my hands on the TD3MO. I think Dylan PCO, you said you had one, right? There we go. Let's cut that last part. We'll have 45 bars here, and a good idea. Let's save this. My gosh, today's already March 30th. We are almost close to April, which is crazy to me. I feel like the year just started. This is a Hungarian minor. We are at an even 120 beats per minute. And you are, what is today's? I'm gonna wait for this to scroll by so I can see. And good idea, I'm gonna add some delay to that. Just waiting for my theme to scroll through so I can accurately write it down. Today's music writing prompt. Still scrolling, still scrolling. And unfortunately, I can't play now because I'm at a dialog box. Okay, you are looking up. Up. At a cloudless, pale blue sky. It's the longest one in a while. Okay, let's save that. Thank you for that piece of advice. And yes, let's add some delay. Let's see what we've got so far. I'm gonna mute that. And in fact, I'm gonna turn off profit. Make sure we got all of our tracks playing. Oh yeah, and I forgot about our lead. I'm gonna add some micro pitch and delay. Okay, so that micro pitch is sounding good. I just have it on the bass chorus setting. And here's where we're gonna really hear it, the acid shine. Put it on my favorite algorithm. Let's have it ping pong. There we go. Oh yeah, just having it wide and delaying on each side is just, it really suits this particular bass line. Oh man, I'm a little bit off key though. I'm gonna keep it and see if it works, but just so you know, I think I touched the tuning knob right before I started recording. Okay, so we're gonna save. And now I'm gonna bring this drum over here. And hopefully, there we go. See, I've been testing out the system and not pausing on the set. So I think maybe we're good now with our problem that we were having with moving tracks around and getting these crashes. Okay, so we've got 8 bars here. Let's also record those in. Okay, recorded it in. Let's quantize that. The other thing. And a little crash symbol here. We can do I want to do a little bit of sound design on the drums because this is the same drum kit we used yesterday. And I think it'd be good to have a little bit different sound, just slightly though, because maybe this would be a good, yeah, maybe if the drum kit kind of evolves over time, I wonder how that would be. If like maybe during a month I picked a key, a root key, stayed in that root key, and then every jam I would just slightly change the drum design, and then I wonder if at the end of the month I would have, you know, a handful of songs that are in that, you know, in the same key, and that would evolve nicely as like a long form story. That might be fun. April's in 2 days. I'll have to think about that. Okay, let's I'm going to clear all of these parts here, and I'm gonna just gonna solo out the drums, and then we're gonna do a little bit of sound design, especially with this kick. Oh yeah, maybe something like that. And then with this snare, I'm thinking maybe a little, like an 80s wave sounding 707. I'm gonna keep that CR78 hi-hat, that metal. Maybe a little, that little conga, yeah. I don't have any hi-hats, but let's stick with this maybe a 707 hi-hat. I'm gonna record some motion with the decay of this hi-hat. There we go. And then I'm gonna add some delay and reverb. And maybe this ride cymbal is A little bit different. Okay. Let's see how it sounds in context. Those hi-hats are a little staccato because, well, I don't know why, but I guess that's maybe the character of the 707. Can't remember that, but I'm gonna open the TR8S editor. We haven't done that in a while. And then let's add some effects to it. Or rather, make sure that the delay times are okay. And yeah, maybe we could add some flange. Actually, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change my master effect to flanger, and then I'm gonna put it at around 10 o'clock so we get a little bit of a that wide kind of flanging effect. Okay, so master effects. So I want my master effect. Oh, it's already on flanger. So let's see what this sounds like when we play it. Okay, it's around 12 o'clock. Let's see the difference between stereo and mono. I don't really hear a difference. Oh, I like it on mono better. The kick is not as wide. Hey, what happened today, Dylan DCO? You had a lucky day? Tell us about it. All right, so with this delay, okay, there we go. I think we got our drums all set. And now we're gonna listen to the radio. Rain day. What does that mean? Did you get a new piece of equipment? Like what do they call that? The one, the rainmaker? Or is it literally raining right now? And that's a good thing. Let's check out what's being said on this radio program from this day in 1943.
Mr. Ober, all I can say is, suppose it's quite fitting to gulp after a
Oh,
story about the
I'm gonna
Frank.
take that gong too.
But before you start asking me if the story's a true one,
So I'm gonna
there's some
just...
excitement about next week's play because it's really the most exciting story. But first, you have your say, Frank Martin.
Let me remind you, friends, if you're unattractively thin and jittery, tired and run down, unable to eat and sleep as you should.
you know what? This is
and
an
this is only
ad.
because you're short on vitamin B and iron.
So I'm just gonna
then
take
try
this.
Ironized yeast tablets. They've helped thousands with these deficiencies. They cost but a few pennies a day. And what's more, you don't risk even those few pennies. For ironized yeast is sold on this money-back basis. If you don't quickly begin to eat and sleep better, to gain new pounds, to feel much stronger and
I'm gonna wait for this ad.
the cost of the first bottle will be refunded.
Oh,
in
no
full
work.
By ironized yeast.
Nice.
Box IY, Rahway, New Jersey.
So you can stay home and make
Now,
music.
What about all the excitement next week, Miss Obler?
So I take it you work
For that excitement,
outside,
Frank,
huh?
We've got news for our friends about the red, white, and blue. I don't mean Old Glory. I'm talking about those all-important red, white, and blue racing stamps.
Well, I'm sure all the folks are well acquainted with the white and blue stamps by now, Miss Obler, so let's concentrate on the red stamps that went into action yesterday. These are the stamps you use when you buy any of the newly rationed foods.
Okay, we're listening to
Cheese,
ads.
butter, oils, and shortening. And here's how your red stamps work. Yesterday, March 29th, the red A stamps became valid. A total of 16 points per person for this week.
Yes, but this is very important, Frank. For all of us who like to eat regularly, you don't have to use all of those stamps this week. Your red A stamps are good right well up to the
Well,
end of April.
Yes, and that holds true.
Rather
for
than
the
waiting-
stamps that become valid next Monday, April 5th. Also the C stamps that you can start
Let's
using
let's
Monday,
just take
April
this.
12th, and the red
You know,
D
I don't know
stamps
what kind of
effective April 19th. But at the end of
program
April,
this is.
all the red A, B, C, and D stamps expire, and only the red E stamps will be good.
And remember, you can use these points any way you like. You can spend
How
them
funny.
all on
They
meat,
have
and concentrate on meat and butter. In the American way, it's up to you.
But don't forget, all forms of meat are now rationed. So is canned fish and fish products. But fresh or frozen or smoked
Let's
fish
listen for
and
just
fish
a
not in sealed containers
another
are
second.
not rationed. Neither is poultry and game. And in the cheese line, cottage cheese, cream cheese, camembert, liederkranz, and several other varieties are not rationed. And whereas all kinds of fats and oils, butter, margarine, lard, shortening, and cooking and salad oils are rationed, salad dressing, mayonnaise, and pure olive oil are not rationed.
Oh.
And now that we've covered the salient points about the new red ration stamps, what about next week's story, Miss Robler?
Oh, we're
Well,
at
have you
the
ever
end.
thought what would happen if motion pictures could come to life?
Okay, let's take
That
this
is to
part.
say, supposing you were watching Hedy Lamarr or Bob Taylor, as the case may be, and suddenly they came to life right in your own living room. You want to know how to do that? Well, listen in next week.
Yes, tune in next Tuesday again for Arch Obler's eerie story, Super Feature. And if you need more vitamin B and iron, be sure to try
It's all
Ironized
ads.
Yeast.
Okay, let's just use what we have. These are just ads. Maybe it'll work out for us. Okay, let's save. I'm going to ungroup this. And we're going to go ahead and, yeah, I won't take the full. There we go. Oops. What's happening? Okay. All right. And then maybe what we'll do, well, no, I take that back. No, let's do this. I'm gonna take a, let's just add a new MIDI track. And I'm gonna add that granulator because now I know it works for me. Where is my granulator? Huh. Where would my granulator? I think that's how I spell it. Maybe I'm not spelling it correctly. No, it starts with a G. What happened to my granulator? Well, I know it's GRA, so let's granulator. I thought I had it as one of my favorites, and I know it's a Max for Live device. Did something happen? Oh, you know what it is? Here's what it is. I don't have the right, that's what it is. I'm gonna have to change this because I don't have the right hard drive connected. So this is what I'm gonna have to do. I have to connect the right hard drive, and I don't know if it's gonna show up without a reboot. But I shouldn't have the granulator on an external drive in case I wanted to play around with that, you know, somewhere else outside of the studio. Let's see if it shows up. Granulator. Yeah, there we go. So luckily, I guess if you have it on an external hard drive and you plug it back in, I didn't think you can do that actually. I thought you would have to reboot. Okay, so with this, I think I'm just gonna add in a random, let's bring in this time sting, and let's just have it play something rhythmically, just randomly. I don't know what it's gonna be, but at a density like that.
Yesterday, 29. Yesterday, 29. Yesterday, 29. Yesterday, today, yesterday, 29. Yesterday, 29. That's work. That's work. 9. Work. 29. Today. 29. Red A sound. 29. Yes. Red A. That's work. 9. 29.
And we're gonna let this go like, this might not really work out that well. Well, it's a little weird, but this is what I wanted to do. Duplicate these. We're gonna keep these guys together, but I like that little clang that we heard at the very beginning. Let's see what this sounds like. Maybe this could be a good like impact hit if we something like that. Okay. It's a little too loud. And let's okay, well, let's just listen to all of our parts. We got our drums with a lot of flange. I don't know if we're gonna use this granulator. I take it back. I mean, we could always change this a bit. so it's a little more frenetic. Oh yeah, add some spread. And we're gonna make it, I'm gonna change the division to 8. Okay, so we'll see how that works. I'm gonna call this the Prophet 6. Prophet 6 ARP 166 I. And then this right here, this is Prof 6 ARP base. And then it's gonna go along with our baseline right here. Oh yeah, I messed up with the tuning. 90% human error. Okay, this is our drone 1, and then I'm gonna call this one here, drone birds. And actually, we can start off with that. And then I'm thinking we build up into this drone right here. That will bring in at the 25 bar mark, or 24, break 1. I'm wondering if I should, because I do this so often, and we're using kind of the same formula, maybe I should just, on my template, create these markers. I can always just move them around if I decide to maybe have the break later on or earlier. So it's probably better than having to do this every single time. So let's see. Well, let's go through the rest. We've got, this is our CS80. CS80 strings. Blade Runner. I'm just gonna call it that. And then we've got, of course, this is our lead. And we've already labeled that. So we start off, yeah, maybe we go like this. This might be a good, let's see how this sounds when we solo this out, because we have a lot of effects on here. And then I might, and then we might just start this again. And then our next break, let's see, comes here. Okay. Sort of coming together. Gonna make it so we can see most of these in the same window. I don't really need to see this granulator, and I don't really need to see that group like that. Okay. What we can do, actually, let's see. I think maybe for here. Oh yeah, I love that little flange sound. I mean, it's not subtle. And then maybe this one here, right here comes in. Yeah, let's do this. We won't even bring the bass line in until... Yeah, and then this one is just going to be shorter. And lower. And then, okay, I decided I'm not going to use this granulator. Let's see what we can do with the parts that we have.
No, you know, Glory, I'm talking about those all important.
And let's just warp this thing. Like a lot.
No, you know, Glory, I'm talking about.
Yeah. But instead of this granulator that I'm just going to delete, I'm going to add in a audio track, and we'll just bring in these, just separate out the soundtrack, those booms. All right. Let's bring in Ableton Live Echo. I'm thinking. This could even be longer. Yeah. Okay. Got some echo and reverb. Let's just add Ableton Live reverb. Oh, how about a resonator? Spectral resonator in the key of A. And then this just becomes... wondering if this arc could come in like right around here. Maybe we go like this. Hearing a... That's what it is. I'm hearing a siren outside. I was thinking it was, I thought it was the song. But it might be because... Oh, it is. I'm gonna have to add an EQ to this. So we go like this. Oh yeah, okay, now this gets, let's see. And then we don't even introduce that bass line until past the minute. How about this? Be different from this one.
just to add some variation to the I'm thinking and yeah, I think I want to just go as far as this drone. So what happens? Yeah, we can have one more. And we're gonna, oops. I always press the wrong, trying to press option. And then we can go all, and then we're gonna just use the same. This is what we want to do, right? And then oh, okay. then the strings come in. Yeah. And the strings come in. We've got 24 bars of these drums, and then our outro sounds like this. Yeah, and then we don't even have that. Oh. So this profit arc could come back in over here after we cut it off. Yeah, something like that. All right, I think we got our jam. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna loop these 3 parts right here. And yeah, because I think this is where we bring everything in. And then, yeah, we'll see what Ozone thinks of it. And, oh, save. Thank you. We'll see what Ozone says about the mix so far. You know, notice we haven't really done any mixing or anything. But we're going to go ahead and use Ozone's mastering assistant, which I think also provides a lot of insight. So I'm going to turn my mic off when I do this, but I'm going to go back to the original EQ that its AI thinks, you know, it's listening to the song and then it's making a determination on, you know, where to set some EQ curves. And I always find that that's really interesting, especially when using headphones or just my monitors with no subwoofer. Because sometimes, you know, you can't really hear those lows, but you can definitely see it in Ozone. In fact, right now I'm mixing and mastering a remix, and so I've got my sub pack here. Since I live in an apartment, I don't have a subwoofer. I mean, I have one in my closet, but that only comes out for on special days and on days that I feel strong enough to carry it out. But thanks again for joining. And stay tuned for a raid. And also, if you're around tonight, probably your time, 4:30 Hawaii time, 4:30 p.m., we're going to have a little Ableton user group get-together. And I'll be presenting about 10-15 minutes about my workflow. And yeah, and then there will be 3 other Ableton user group leaders talking about other subjects, and then we're going to have a special musical guest. Her name is Minnie Bear, and I've heard some of her material on Spotify, and it's just fantastic. So if you're around, I added the link over here. So let me put it in again. https://lective, and this is just a forwarded link, so it goes to my website, but it goes over to the YouTube live channel. All right, so that was my little promo, and yeah, let's go ahead and master this for SoundCloud. I'm turning my mic off. Stay tuned for a raid, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Aloha.
of the lows that it's scooping out, and then the mid highs are being emphasized a little bit more. Cool. I'll see you tomorrow.